The story starts in a dark forest lit by the moon. Two mysterious figures are hiding in the shadows. In the stillness of the night, one of them senses something unusual. He carefully pulls out his machete to investigate. Suddenly, strange creatures surround them, creatures they have never seen before. Fear grips a young man known as Number 3. He panics and tries to run from these terrifying beings, desperately seeking a way to escape. But then, a powerful Mogadorian commander, a fierce enemy, quickly catches up with him and snatches away his pendant. In a heartbreaking moment, the commander kills Number 3 without mercy, and the young man vanishes into the night like dust. The commander adds Number 3's pendant to his growing collection, showing that this tragic event is just one of many. Next, we meet John Smith, also known as Number 4. He's enjoying a fun day at the beach with his friends. They laugh and play in the blue waves, and the gentle sea breeze brings them joy. But as day turns into night, John suddenly feels a strange glow coming from his leg, and it hurts him a lot. To his shock, he sees the ghostly figure of Number 3, who urgently warns him about a serious danger approaching. People nearby can't believe their eyes. They pull out their devices to record the unusual scene and tease John, thinking he's acting strange. Struggling to breathe, John suddenly wakes up on the sandy beach. He meets a man named Henri, who knows about their special powers. Both Number 3 and John have guardians meant to protect them from harm. Henri notices the serious injury on John's leg and realizes what happened to Number 3. Without wasting any time, he takes John away from the beach hideout, making sure to erase all evidence of their happy day, including the pictures. As they travel together, John reveals an incredible secret. He and 8 other special kids escaped from their home planet, Lorien, which was under attack by scary bald aliens called Mogadorians. These aliens are chasing them, trying to catch and harm them, but they must capture the kids in a specific order. John's leg has scars that show numbers 1, 2, and 3 have already been caught and hurt. Now, John is next on their list. Henri gives him a new name and tells him he must stay hidden to be safe. They are heading to an old house in Paradise, Ohio, believing it will be a safe place. Inside the house, John spots a poster of a local football hero named Bernie Kosar. Unbeknownst to them, a mysterious lizard quietly follows them. Henri works hard to remove any information about John from the internet, so the Mogadorians cannot find him. Suddenly, a strange noise breaks the quiet of the night, and to their surprise, the lizard transforms into a dog. John decides to keep this new furry friend and names him Bernie Kosar, despite Henry's initial doubts. Later that night, Henri secretly hides a mysterious box inside a wall clock. This special box used to belong to John's dad, and they plan to open it when the time is right. Meanwhile, a powerful girl known as Number 6 arrives at their hidden place looking for John, but he is not there. Instead, she decides to destroy the bungalow, and she survives a huge fire explosion without getting hurt. In the morning, John changes his mind and decides he wants to go to school. He promises Henri that he will fit in well, and Henri reluctantly gives him a phone before they go their separate ways. When John arrives at school, his loyal dog, Bernie Kosar, follows him. While waiting for his class schedule, he sees a girl named Sarah in the principal's office. She has just taken a secret picture of a teacher during class, and at that moment, John feels a strong connection to her. The school staff tells Sarah to walk with John to his locker. They make their way through the busy hallways, and Henri tries to contact John, but he doesn't answer. In this new school, John catches the attention of a boy named Mark and his friends, who approach him and introduce themselves. However, after the bully walks away, John notices Mark being mean to a nerdy boy named Sam. Mark throws Sam's skateboard away, but John is kind and picks it up, offering to be friends with Sam. After school, John sees Mark bothering Sam again, and he feels really angry. He can't stand the unfairness, so he picks up a nearby ball and throws it hard, hitting one of Mark's friends. At that moment, he notices Sarah secretly taking pictures of him from a distance. This piques his curiosity, and he wants to learn more about her. That evening, John discovers a website where Sarah keeps her photos, and he finds a whole album filled with pictures of him. Henri, worried about the potential danger, quickly removes any trace of John from those photos. Meanwhile, the relentless Mogadorians learn that number 4 is still alive when they find the burnt remains of the bungalow. The next day, while sitting in class, John's hands start to glow with a bright, dazzling light called lumine. Henri notices the same glow coming from John's watch and rushes to the school, worried for John's safety. Feeling scared, John goes to the janitor's room, trying to control his new power. When Henri arrives, he comforts John and explains that this light means John is beginning to unlock his special abilities. However, he also warns John that he shouldn't return to school until he can manage his growing powers. John is amazed by his new power and eagerly shows it to his loyal dog, Bernie Kosar. Later, when it gets dark outside, he sneaks out of his window, excited to test his new abilities. He throws a rock into the sky, and it soars high, almost reaching space. He also jumps really high and floats down gracefully, feeling free and powerful. At the same time, the mod commander is acting strangely. He is buying unusual items and feeding them to huge, mysterious creatures that loom in the shadows. While John is out, he unexpectedly runs into Sarah on the street. He asks her if she would like to go for a walk with him, and she happily agrees. As they stroll together, they encounter Sam and his stepdad. Sarah invites them to dinner, giving John a chance to meet her family. Sarah's parents love photography just like she does, and they suggest going to the town's night carnival, which excites everyone. After dinner, John enters Sarah's room and discovers a scrapbook that reveals she doesn't like having her picture taken. Just then, Bernie Kosar starts barking outside, and John has to leave quickly. As he goes, a jealous school bully watches him, feeling threatened by John's new friendship with Sarah. The next day, Sam approaches John, curious about what happened in class when John's hands glowed. However, John doesn't share much about it. Sam seems worried for his friend and advises him to be careful around Sarah. While they are talking, Mark, the bully, plays a prank and throws pink paint on their lockers. This infuriates Sam, and he confronts Mark, ready to stand up for himself. Sam gets very angry and tries to attack Mark, but at that moment, John's hands start glowing mysteriously again. Despite the chaos around him, John stays calm and decides to walk away from the fight as it escalates. He heads to the school bathroom alone, where Sam shares a strange story about his dad. Sam explains that his dad was obsessed with aliens and mysteriously disappeared. He believes aliens are the reason his dad is gone. Later, John sees Sarah in the school hallway, but he avoids her. Meanwhile, Henri investigates the case of Sam's missing dad. He discovers that Sam's dad used to conduct experiments in an old factory. Inside the factory, Henri finds strange symbols on a pillar and a glowing rock on the ground, called a locator. Curious about it, he takes it home to study further. In his room, John receives a surprising invitation from Sarah to go to a Spring Scream festival event. During the festival, Sarah opens up about her past relationship with Mark. She explains that after they broke up, Mark spread John's secrets in a hurtful way. Together, they go on a spooky carriage ride through a dark forest. Their journey leads them to a frightening place called Hell's Gate, where Mark and his friends brutally attack them. John is outnumbered and gets hurt badly, while Sarah is taken away by Mark. Sam, who is watching from the shadows, sees how dangerous the situation is for John. With no other choice, John uses his new powers to rescue Sarah, almost breaking Mark's arm in the process. Afterward, he safely takes Sarah back home, and they share their first kiss. John realizes how strong he has become when he effortlessly breaks a lamppost with his hand. Determined to uncover the truth, John goes to Sam's house. There, he reveals his own alien origins, which confirms what Sam's dad believed. John tells Sam to keep this secret safe because it could be dangerous. Sam agrees, understanding the seriousness of the situation. The next day, a local sheriff, who is also Mark's dad, comes to John's house to ask him about the attack on his son. John insists he didn't do anything and that he wasn't paying attention during the incident. Henri, feeling proud of John's progress, notices that a video of John in pain at the ocean has gone viral online. He suggests that they leave quickly, but John, who has strong feelings for Sarah, refuses to go, and they argue about it. Unfortunately, a little while later, Henri gets kidnapped, and John has no choice but to embark on a dangerous journey to rescue his guardian. He asks Sam to join him as his partner in this risky adventure. When they reach the place where Henri is being held, John tells Sam to quietly follow a mysterious man while he sneaks into the house. Inside, he discovers many newspaper articles about people who have disappeared. His search leads him to Henri, who is hurt and unable to move. Shockingly, John realizes that the ones who kidnapped Henri are two people who believe in strange theories, and they were sent by the Mogadorians. Suddenly, a terrifying Mog bursts into the room and attacks them fiercely. John and Sam manage to escape, but Henri has to face the alien enemy alone. Outside, Sam starts to panic when he realizes he can't find the car keys. Using his new powers, John ignites the car, but before they can drive away, the relentless Mog returns and fatally injures Henri. With his last breath, Henri hands John a special knife and a tracking device. He explains that Sam's dad used a similar rock to search for other Lorien children like them. He urges John to find more of their kind before he dies, telling him that together their powers could be the key to stopping the Mogadorians. Meanwhile, the aliens go to the home of the conspiracy theorists looking for John. They quickly punish them for failing to capture him. At the same time, the local police arrive at John's house and label him a terrorist. Sarah becomes suspicious and asks her boyfriend to tell her the truth about who he really is. While they are on the move, Sam tells John that he has another piece of the rock that his dad found during an alien hunt in Mexico. Sam plans to go get it, and he will be helped by his dog, Bernie. Before they leave, John goes to Sarah's house to apologize and say goodbye. However, their meeting is interrupted when the police arrive and corner John and Sarah on the rooftop. In a heart-stopping moment, Sarah slips and falls from the edge of the roof. John quickly uses his telekinesis to save her, catching her in midair. He then demonstrates his incredible powers again by lifting a police car with his telekinesis, creating a path for them to escape from the approaching officers. With the tension rising, they head to school, unaware that a group of Mogadorian trucks is on their way, targeting Mark and his father. The Mogadorian leader orders Mark to guide them to John, while Sam quickly warns John about the impending danger at the school. As they make a brave escape, Number 6, also known as Jane, appears with her unique weapon to help them fight against the alien enemies. A tough battle breaks out, and Jane shows her agility by defeating two of the terrifying aliens. However, the Mogadorians fight back by releasing their powerful flying lizards. In a surprising turn of events, Bernie suddenly transforms into a scary and intimidating creature, which frightens Sam. Amid all the chaos, John and Sam manage to reunite, but the fearsome Bernie creature causes a lot of trouble at the school. The brave Bernie stands with John as they fight against the flying lizard. After a long battle, they emerge victorious, but Bernie gets seriously hurt and turns back into his friendly dog form. Jane, going through a tough time, asks John to share his glowing light with her. Together, they move forward, facing the frightening Mogadorian. With teamwork, they manage to defeat the evil enemy. John, Jane, and Sam hurry to the soccer field, where they find the Mogadorian commander waiting for them, along with another powerful monster. Combining their skills, Jane and John quickly take down the guards, making them a serious threat to the commander. But in a desperate moment, the monster captures Jane. Thinking fast, John grabs a lamp and uses it to rescue her. Finally, Number 4 unleashes a powerful attack, creating a massive explosion that destroys the commander. Fortunately, both John and Jane survive, as she has the ability to withstand fire. The next day, they manage to connect the mysterious blue rocks, which guide them to the location of the remaining Lorien children. Suddenly, Mark appears and hands John Henry's mysterious box. Sam officially joins their group, and John shares a heartfelt goodbye kiss with Sarah. To their surprise, Bernie, who had been hurt, reappears. The group quickly leaves town, leaving behind all the chaos they experienced. So the moral of the story is, if you're going to have superpowers, make sure to use them wisely, like catching falling friends instead of throwing rocks. And always be ready for unexpected transformations, whether it's a lizard becoming a dog or a bully turning into a scaredy cat.